Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the free-to-play series where I do an alt account and essentially do a let's play of Pokémon Sleep. Pokémon Sleep overall, one of my favorite games all time. I know it's a service-based thing, but for as long as this thing is rolling, I'm enjoying it a lot. And one of the things that I really like about Sleep is the fact that it's so detailed. It has true random encounters. It feels like when you actually find something, it is kind of collectible. And then because there is so much variance in the different Pokemon you find every day, there's always something to talk about. And then you compare, you build a big collection, you use that collection to feed up the Snorlax, and in that you have a lot of things to talk about with other players, and it's just a really good community as well. And then every now and then you find a real hit in your research and befriending Pokemon, and then you share that in the Discord, and everyone's cheering for you, and it's just good vibes. So that's what this game is all about, and I think I managed to figure out the sound. So there we go. This is the free-to-play account, and since I started midweek, unfortunately, I won't be able to get these 5 biscuits, I think. There's no shot I'm hitting Ultra 1 today. Or this week. Maybe if I get some insane crits on Sunday somehow, or maybe if the scaling as I get 3 more Pokemon on the team, because right now it's just the Squirtle and the Pikachu. The Pikachu actually pretty cracked. It is favorite berry this week by sheer luck, and then the Squirtle is ingredients up, which is great. So it's producing a lot of milk. So I have some, what's the dishes? Simple chowder and fancy apple curry. Those are the ones that I'm cooking. Right now, I'm only able to do the auto cooking because you have to have a certain sleep style threshold for that to work out. And then a lot of you guys have been adding me in the Discord, and I'm super stoked about it. Thank you very much for that. So far, on the alt account, we have other JP, which is ridiculously funny. We have Colin, which I had a long conversation with in Discord today because yesterday's video was all about my Entei, and I titled it, Anyone's Got a Better Entei? And I just poked Colin a little bit because he had a few fire types that he shared that are really, really ridiculous. And I asked him, like, do you have an Entei? And like, nah, it's not so good. But then on second inspection, that Entei is sick. So, Colin, great to have you here on my friend list on the primary account and the secondary account. So, things are going well. Yeah, look at these Typhlosion. Then you have the Marowak too. It's busted. Like, you almost haven't seen such pristine Pokemon ever. And other JP is Jay's alt account, which is interesting. It's got the shiny Ivysaur. We're currently doing a shiny Living Dex chat in Nirtheart. Is ridiculously funny. We just post every single shiny Pokemon in sequence because we have a lot of collections at this point. I think we're stuck at like Charmeleon or something. So if any of you have a shiny Charmeleon and you're not a part of the Discord, I encourage you to do the $2, hop in the Discord, and post in that chat because we're desperate. Okay, and then we have Gruntacular. That Wooper is inappropriate. Shiny Dugtrio. Got the Gardevoir. Solid team. I like it. And then we have Sarah. Also have Sarah on the primary account. She's got a really, really strong shiny Dragonair. And this Wigglytuff is among the best I ever seen. And the Vaporeon is also really, really strong. As well as the Feraligatr. King Ferali, an amazing Pokemon. And I think too the Clefable. It's been a while since I remember the Clefable. But yeah, my friend list is waiting. So please join the Discord. Okay, so I think it's time for us to hop into the sleep report. And if I remember correctly, yesterday it said I was gifted a mandatory Master Biscuit. So no matter what, at the very least, there should be a single Master Biscuit. This is interesting. I had 88% on the trial thing yesterday, so I was thinking I was only going to get 12 today, but here it is. It's a full-on, full session. Amazing. Basically the same as the other graph in the other video, my primary account, as you would expect. Okay, let's see it, everyone. Dosing could be good. I don't remember if Chikorita, I'm pretty sure Chikorita can be found at Greengrass Isle, but if I somehow can score a Chikorita already, that would be huge. Okay, let's see it, everyone. Got a Wooper. I forgot to mention, I put the incense on because I had the Master Biscuit. It is the water type event, and I think also during the trial period, at least one Pokemon will be hungry. And I also have to show you guys the bag afterwards. I had a long list of gifts that I claimed in yesterday's video. It's ridiculous. And my bag is almost full of items already. Okay. Gonna have a look at the Caterpie first. The least exciting in my opinion. Butterfree, a decent Pokemon. It's the only bug berry specialist. But there is no berry favored area for bug type yet. Hopefully in the future we get some sort of poison bug forest. That could be pretty hype. Then we have Psyduck. Psyduck is an interesting Pokemon. On this free-to-play account, I don't recommend it. So probably won't be going for Psyduck anytime soon, even if it is hungry. This being a strict free-to-play account, I cannot waste a single biscuit. And so there will be plenty of hungry Pokemon that I will have to pass up on, but that's just the nature of the game. So, and then I can also add, you have like strict free to play, never ever spend any money, not even the trial. Then one step up is getting the sleep pass. Like the premium pass is a ridiculous value in terms of what you can get in the game for the cost, comparatively to the other things you could potentially spend money on. And then one step up above the pass is also to be running a constant good camp ticket, because then you wake up every morning and you have a hungry Pokemon. You get extra value on the biscuits you put into those Pokemon, and you get extra sleep points, which is also extra biscuits. It just really stacks nicely if you combined the premium pass and the good camp ticket. Yeah, I knew it. It had to be like one of these had to, you know, happen like that. Okay, today I'd like to give you a little lecture about a very prized item, a Master Biscuit. Oh man, it's gonna force me to use a Master Biscuit. Please let me choose a Pokemon. Please let me choose. Try giving one of the Pokemon a Master Biscuit. Okay, thank you. Not gonna go for the Caterpie. This one's a pass. I also got a pass on the Psyduck because there's no chance I will be finding enough seeds to put into it. And at that point, it's not worth it. So there are two Pokemon I want to catch today for sure. It is the Pichu, which I'm gonna use the Master Biscuit on. Are you sure you want to give a Master Biscuit to Pichu? Sure am, when I'm forced to during this tutorial. Not complaining though, I'm super grateful. Maybe I can get some more Master Biscuits at some point. Just send me the biscuits my way and I'll be super happy. Yeah, you can get more Master Biscuits. So this is basically an advertisement in the Sleep Point exchanges by trading the points. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, as a special gift to you, my novice researcher, I'll provide you with some bonus sleep points each day. Yes, I have been enjoying those a lot so far, and I'll be holding and hoarding those sleep points. Okay, so here I'm basically in an awkward position where, well, a lot of these will be this way, actually, so it's fine, but I'm actually pretty excited about it. A hungry Wooper was among the Pokemon I wanted to catch too. So using the premium biscuit here is more or less my only choice because those two other Pokemon I'm not hunting at all ever. 33 Poke Biscuits. It's ridiculous. And then, yes, I've claimed the daily gift. The daily gift is huge. That's going to be my main source of biscuits. I think potentially you get up to 10 biscuits on average from the daily gift, something like that. So that's going to be good. And for the time being, the free-to-play series and my primary account are going to be separate videos just because it's kind of nice. Some people may just want to follow along in the free-to-play series. Some people may just want to follow along in the primary account. But I'm thinking probably a month or 2 or 3 into this series. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to end up where I don't have anything to do on the free-to-play series except just track my sleep. And so potentially I'll condense the sessions and the accounts into one big video. That's at least a long-term goal. That could be exciting. Essentially what I'm trying to do here is create more content by having multiple accounts. So we have the Pichu and the Wooper to review. Funnily enough, the free-to-play account is more exciting today than my primary account. Okay, rank 3, rank 4. This is because of the event, I'm assuming. Okay, so straight to rank 4. This weekend event is going to be ridiculous. I know that some of you guys that started fairly recently are like rank 50 already. I'm like, how is that? Anyway. Okay, so one of the primary reasons for getting this Pichu is, to an extent, I did have no choice with that Master Biscuit. Like, this was the only way. And Raichu eventually would be a really good Pokemon to get my hands on. It's also a slumbering Pokemon, and I'll be doing a lot of forced slumbering nap sessions once we're out of these event weeks. And so I'm hoping to find eventually a berry finding Raichu. Probably won't go to the same extent as I did on my primary account, but a berry finding Pichu would be nice. Speed up is great. I do like the skill level up M on the Raichu, because typically Raichu, if you find a good one, it's on the team all the time. It's got main skill chance up and the skill trigger S coming in. Overall not bad, but this is probably just going to be candy. And then we can have a look at the Wooper. I am thinking potentially if this is halfway decent, Calm Nature, I don't remember, because mushrooms is a big ingredient, and to an extent, since I'll be spending so much time on Cyan Beach, I'm just gonna camp out at Cyan Beach, just so you're aware. Like, that's gonna be my only place for like a long time. I'm gonna be looking for Spheal, I'm gonna be looking for Totodile, I'm gonna be looking for Chikorita, Igglybuff, like all the good stuff to set you up in this game is at Cyan Beach. And Wooper is a water type, so that berry is going to be nice. To an extent, I almost wonder if the mixed set here is an advantage. Because I won't be able to invest in a lot of ingredient Pokemon, and having a little bit of a mix could potentially be good. Now, this will never be a level 60, just to be clear, but it could potentially be funny to stretch it to level 30. Particularly in combination with the Suicune, as I've been talking about. So we'll just have to see how that pans out. It all depends on the traits. Skill trigger not needed. It is nice though. It kind of heals itself. Speed is cool, especially on a slow Pokemon such as the Quag. But then again, I've talked at length about Quag. The only thing that matters on the Quag is, to an extent, the ingredient list, of course, but the ingredient finders. Inventory, speed, ingredient finding coming at level 100, and the speed down. It's a big oof. For now, both of these Pokemon will be going straight to my team. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have possibly have just sacrificed 3 biscuits to potentially get 5. Because if I had an extra Pokemon, maybe I boost the likelihood of getting this achievement, which is funny. How was I supposed to get the Master 1? This makes no sense. Cook 12 times, also won't be able to do. Use 7 instances, also won't be able to do. Stick to my bedtime for sure. That one's clocked in. That has to happen, because 5,000 Dream Shards this early in the game is ridiculous. And maybe I'll get to use 100 candies, in which case those 5,000 Dream Shards, again, is going to be huge. Give it 15 biscuits, that's not going to happen. Okay, weekly, Ultra 1. Man, I really need to make it to Ultra 1. I need to figure this out because that Pikachu incense is a big one. Grade 3, probably going to happen. No problem. I cooked 14 times. That's out the window since I started midweek. Yeah, I'm going to get the candies, but then you can see, like, relatively speaking, look at this. 90 Dream Shards is the big reward for feeding all these berries to Snorlax and befriending 7 Pokemon, 90 Dream Shards. Look at the event here. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this free-to-play series to begin with. And also right in the middle of or right before some events, just to showcase how ridiculous these events actually are if you're not max rank. So yeah, give out 10 biscuits for 2 handy candy. Probably won't be able to do that either. Let's see, we got into Saturday, into Sunday, into Monday. So on average, I'd have to spend 3 biscuits a session. I do have a lot of biscuits still though, so that would all just depend on what Pokemon I find. And this being an event week and the novice thing, I get two hungries, so yeah, that could be within reach too. And at the start of the game, the missions are huge because that's one of your primary ways of getting any resources when you don't have a team that will help you acquire resources. Ooh, that is interesting. So these Pokemon actually just autofill into the team. That explains it. And then I assume, oh no, yeah, so this is a funny thing. I'm just gonna keep Helper Team 5 just around like this, and it's gonna be super funny because if you have a Pokemon on the team, you can't release it. So there's no way late game that you can just have a blank screen like that, and it's super funny to me. So what I wanted to see is I was unable to boost up any of my Pokemon. Obviously, I don't have the resources. Yeah, I need a single more sleep style. That is unfortunate. I think I have 6 at this point. Let's have a look at the sleep style decks for that info. Overall, I don't want to waste too many resources, but up to level 10, probably not going to matter a bit long term. So I think at the very least on the Adamant Pikachu that I don't even have to evolve, it's going to be a big resource, especially if I can stretch for those 5 biscuits this week. That could be pretty big. So 1 point, yeah, but what does that mean? 1.41%, 2 dosing, 0 snoozing, and 6 slumbering? Hang on a second. Do I have to restart the app or something? Because I definitely have more than 7 sleep styles here. Maybe I just have to click on these and something happens. I hope I don't have to click through like everything. Like this. Oh, that would be way too much clicking. What about my profile? Does it say more sleep styles here? It should. 8. Says 8. I should be able to boost up my stuff. Hello, game. Are you holding back the novice? That's no fair. Let's see it, everyone. Now I should be able to. You'll be able to use this feature once you've completed the deck school. Deck school? Oh, have I not claimed something? Oh, yes, that's what it is. All right, so that's what it was. I'm dumb. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Handy Candy S, 3, ingredient ticket, a new way to raise Pokemon, and the diamonds. Actually, for the free-to-play series, I probably should sit down and just have a diamond mastermind session and just really think about what to do with the diamonds, because that is a very, very scarce resource and also very valuable. 2 ways that I can think of the diamonds being directly valuable is the ingredient bag. That has to be a huge focus, unless I just don't care about cooking altogether. That could be kind of funny. but the Pokemon bag. Like, the Pokemon bag by far is super underrated, and we'll get to it afterwards. We already knew Pokemon living in this region grow by sleeping, mind you. But now I know for a fact that they can also grow stronger with a nice helping of Pokemon candies and Dream Shards. For example, you could race up that Pikachu I first gifted you using Pikachu candies and some Dream Shards. Have a go at leveling your helpers up. It should make it easier for you to reach your next dex goal, registering 12 sleep styles. We're at 8 everyone, so maybe tomorrow. While you work toward that goal, I'll be doing my own digging to find more discoveries like this that might help you out. I appreciate it, Professor Neroli. This is great. Good collaboration we got going. Okay, so we got Squirtle, Wooper, got this Pichu now, which is also ridiculous this week with the Berry Finder favored berry. So now we can hop back into the teams. Oh, don't mess with me like this, game. We were doing so good. I think potentially this is my capture card. I'm very sorry about this. Let's just mute it down a little bit so that we can, at the very least, continue the video. Okay. Yeah, it's still messed up. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Pikachu. We do really need to level this up badly. I kind of want to release this Pichu to have the benefit of the candies to fuel into that one Pikachu, but I'll have to think about that for later in the week. Pichu is not a particularly fast Pokemon, but it is decent this early on. It does have the berry finding. So yeah, let's use a couple candies here. And ooh, we got the candy boost. And we have a lot of Dream Shards too. I don't think I'll be running out of Dream Shards. I definitely am going to run out of Dream Shards on the first spend. Okay, at that point, I am actually going to pop back. Let's see if the sound is good now. Technology. Sometimes it just fixes itself. Okay. To an extent, I really do want to hold off on the Dream Clusters just because, you know, actually I won't be investing that widely. So I kind of just need to up my collection. And the main way to do that right now is to get at least enough Drowsy so that I can max out my encounters early in the week. So a Pikachu here is going to be getting a big buff with a candy boost. And so we're going to give 8 candies to the Pikachu. And that's going to level it up close to level 10. I think there was some sub-skill that was useful at level 10. I don't remember what. Skill trigger is fine. Yeah. It's not huge, but the biggest advantage here of leveling up the Pikachu will be the value of that berry. I'm thinking potentially to just get this to level 10 and cap it at level 10. And at that point, just have it on the team and not really do much else to it. And then hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll be able to acquire more water-type Pokemon and build a nice water-type team for Cyan Beach. I don't think I want to be putting many resources into this Wooper. I'll probably find more Wooper at Cyan Beach, but honestly, I don't think I'll be spending much resources on the ingredient specialist, so just have to think a little bit about that. For now, this is what we got. Team RP 1600, and we are going into the weekend. So it's going to be interesting with the next couple of days here and to see what it has in our way. And let's take a look at the bag before we all round this out. So Handy Candy S, one of the bigger resources. I will be holding off on most of the candies for whenever I find my first berry finding water type. So hopefully Totodile shows up in not too long. Ingredient Ticket S, I probably will have to waste those to an extent because I don't know if I want to spend the diamonds on the ingredient bag. just have to think about it. And then main skill seed is a ridiculous resource. I won't be wasting any of those anytime soon. Probably will hold off on those for at least 3 months, something like that. And overall, I don't think I'll be given any of them. I have considered to use the 2-week trial of the premium at an awkward timing. So for example, right now, then I get the exchange in August and September, so I can scoop 2 main skill seeds. Potentially what I could try to do too would be to save up some sleep points and then do that awkward trick of like late in the month. Although I don't know if the exchange is weird like that in the trial. So maybe you are only forced to do 1 exchange, in which case you only get 1 main skill seed. But yeah, something to think about. Free Ultra Biscuit. Friend Incense probably would just hang on to those, and got a lot of Poke Biscuits. The Poke Biscuits is going to be my main resource. So to an extent, I'm actually thinking to upgrade my items bag before the ingredients or the Pokemon bag. The Pokemon bag too. So here's a little tangent and something to keep in mind if you are free to play. I think the Pokemon bag is tremendously undervalued and underrated, even among primary, like not even primary, what am I saying? Pay to win players, because the meta changes over time. And it's also the case that a second look later sometimes can reveal to you new things about the Pokemon that you have in your bag. And getting Pokemon to begin with is quite expensive. It requires a lot of resources and a little bit of luck at times, and the time that it takes to find it as well. And so to just hold on to some Pokemon in the bag for a little while and then revisit it later, just get that second opinion from yourself in the future, is a tremendous resource that I don't think people utilize. Another thing is, when you have a big bag, you give yourself a little bit of time, and that second opinion is good. And it also buys you enough time to where you can post some screenshots in some Discords if you're in them. Nirtheart Discord is a paid access Discord. It starts at $2 by becoming a YouTube member, and then you essentially get lifetime access by becoming a YouTube member. So even if you cancel within the first month, once you're in the Discord, you keep the access, and that's just how it is. And so a resource like that is a good combination with a big bag for Pokemon or box, because you learn a lot from talking to other people, just because it's a lot to analyze. Like if we bring up the Squirtle, for example, there's a lot to analyze and to think about, and then you have to put it into the perspective of your whole collection and stuff like that. So for example, this Squirtle here is probably decent for a good solid chunk of the game. Like inventory is kind of good early on because I get more ingredients than I do berries, and on an ingredient specialist, that is quite helpful. And so with the ingredient finding up nature as well, like for example, if we bring out the Squirtle and the widget, 27% ingredient rate, and the ingredient finding is 20% plus. So that's a solid 1 in 3 productions will be 2 milks. And that's a huge value comparatively at the current stage of the game. And I probably won't be able to push this to level 30. Level 30 is a lot of resources, but maybe level 10. And at that point, plus 18 to the inventory. And maybe I even evolve it at level 12 by exchanging some candies. And then I have a decent milk Pokemon. I can cook that chowder or whatever it was and just cook that over and over again. And that can be a good while until I find some better berry specialist, which I will primarily be doing a berry run on this free-to-play account. I am looking for a Igglybuff. I will be looking for the skill level up M on the Igglybuff, and I won't spend a single seed on it. Like, the seeds here are holy. That is like never, ever, ever, ever to be touched, because I think what I should be spending those on is some legendary. Maybe I'll be lucky with my single Suicune if I can get one during the event. I think I should be able to get one, maybe two. We'll just have to see. And if I just go for that one Suicune, the base Suicune, and dump a couple seeds into it, maybe that can be some sort of like snow rolling potential at Sign Beach. So that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, the seeds, super, super valuable. So I really have to think a lot about it before making a decision. So overall, hope you have enjoyed this second episode of the free-to-play series, and you are welcome to come back tomorrow for some more content. Thank you very much for watching.